Now we move on to scissor hold. So we are checked there. So scissor hold and scissors. So we have lots of these little scissors in the classroom. I have right hand scissors and left hand scissors that I have purchased through the years, as well as some adaptive scissors. So what I'm looking for proper scissor grip, of course, is the larger hole is on the bottom, the smaller was on the top, and our fingers are going in this way, boom, and our thumb is always pointing at the sun. It is very difficult for our students to keep their scissors going forward. Their elbows often, and pardon me as I'm bumping the camera, but the elbows will come out this way and we start cutting this way. So if for some reason you are supervising your children at home with scissors, please make sure that their scissors are always pointing forward, not pointing towards them. Often I will have students put their hands in this way, and then they're starting to do this, and then they end up like this. So it's making sure we go this way. Oftentimes that pinching part of the pencil will also affect scissor performance. So we have a few different adaptive scissors for those. If we really need to work on pinching, these ones actually give her a little bit of their smaller blade, but they give a little bit more of a resistance for the pinch. And this is where we want our fingers. We want the tips on these sections. Often I find they're here because that's where they know they have the strength, but we need to get that strength in these parts of the finger. So this way, these are my left-handed versions that go like this, and then a little bit longer of a blade for the right-hand version as well. So these are loopy scissors. I do have access, and I can purchase these scissors if any families do need them or wish for them at home. We can potentially order them for you. But it is, they are, I don't obviously know how to do that. They're great resources to have in the classroom as well, and they have helped out a lot. So we have some students using those, as well as, no, I don't have any that need to have the hand over hand scissors, which is great. So when it comes to cutting, I really do encourage my students to believe that the scissor hand is actually the hand that does the least amount of work. It's really just opening and closing. It's the hand that's holding the paper that is really doing the most work and helping us guide to cut on the dotted lines or on the solid lines. One thing that I've noticed, and I'm actually going to zoom out just a little bit, is that we often like to cross our bodies when we're cutting because we want to get the control of the page over here. But what I want the students to really kind of learn is that holding it on this side and cutting it on this side where our arm is a lot easier to do, especially if it's a square. They'll start over here to turn the page this way when it's really much easier to turn the page this way and move your hands around that way. So we start, and we're being very careful to cut on the lines. And again, my scissor hand isn't doing much of the work. It is the hand that's holding the paper that is just moving it and guiding it down. And I'm not going really fast, open, 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 open. And I'm doing nice, steady, steady, steady lines. And it's the same if we move into a jagged line or a curved line. So again, I would turn this around to look to see where the little scissor line is. And I would go this way, stop, turn the page and keep my scissors there, turn, and I will turn. Sometimes you have to take your scissors out or turn. So it is, again, elbows down on both sides. It's keeping the hand that's holding the paper really active in the process. And zag. And there we have my scissor hold.